Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea has been thrown around as well as a name that United are linked to. But again, I think Chelsea are experts at shoveling crap to other clubs. Whenever they know that they've got a player who's shit, what they do is they just offload them. And Arsenal are their best customers, aren't they? Let's be honest. Arsenal love buying off Chelsea. All the shit that they've got, Chelsea offload to Arsenal. I don't want United to start doing that. No, United are more sensible than that. So welcome to the Man United stream. Hope you're doing well. Last 24 hours have been absolute madness. It's been wild. Man United and transfer windows. What the hell is this all about? You know, every transfer window, you think United are just going to do quiet business. They're going to come in really early, get all the players they need to, and just make it easy, make it nice and easy. We can then go off and enjoy the pre-season and not think about transfers and what's going on and who we're going to sign and who we're going to sell. But United do not make it easy for United fans. It's all about drama. It's all about the news articles. It's all about transfer news and everything and more. United and transfer windows. It's just absolute madness. Marcus Rashford has officially moved to Barcelona. He was unveiled yesterday. He had some questions put to him about Man United and his career, and we thought he did pretty well. He did pretty well in answering those questions. We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be, of course, talking about the striker hunt. The heat is on. United need to sign a striker before the season starts, but we're hearing reports and we've heard from sources that this is a huge issue at United, and United might be starting this season without a striker. Shock, horror, what the hell is going on? And we're also going to be talking about sales, what is going on with United, and who the hell are they going to get rid of? We're even hearing that Højlund's up for sale. Yes, Højlund, Rasmus Højlund, United are willing to let him go ahead and sign a striker. That's how desperate they're getting right now. We've got lots to talk about in today's show, so make sure you stick around, make sure you hit the like button on this video, and if you're not already subscribed to the Man United stream channel, what you're waiting for, hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest news and more from one single daily dose. Let's kick off today's show with, of course, Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, the local boy from Manchester, playing for Manchester United, his dream club, and something went wrong. Of course, we know what went wrong. The Glazers took over the club. That's what went wrong. And then they were joined with Ineos, the people who gave them a lifeline. When the Glazers were on their knees, needed money, they were on their way out. They needed to get out of the club. They knew that they had to sell and leave. But a knight in shining armour turned up in Sir Jim Ratcliffe and he said, "Wait up, guys, you don't need to leave. You're brilliant for this club. You've completely destroyed our history, so I want you to stay because I'm a Man United fan. I'm Sir Jim Ratcliffe. I'm a boyhood Man United fan, and I think you've done a fantastic job, and you're fantastic people. So I'm going to keep you at the club, and I'm going to give you the money that you need, and I'll take a snippet of the club, but you can control everything else." That's what Ineos did, and they've not changed anything. No wonder Rashford's probably thinking, "Forget this. I'm out of here. This is a bloody joke." You know what I mean? I've been waiting all these many years, hoping that somebody else comes in, takes over the club, and something changes, and nothing has changed. Of course, you could also argue that Rashford had a breakdown in relationship with Ten Hag and all the others. I also think that he was negatively affected by other players coming in and having a bit of a nightmare at United. I think players like Pogba came in, didn't really do well, and had a falling out. Obviously, you saw Jadon Sancho as well. Jadon Sancho is very closely linked and is a good friend with Marcus Rashford. So I think how Jadon Sancho was treated by Ten Hag really put off Marcus Rashford as well, and hence I think the writing was on the wall. Marcus Rashford in the last couple of years definitely lost that smile, lost that enthusiasm. Even when he would score, he wouldn't really smile. So look, I wish Marcus Rashford the best of luck. He did face a question at the press conference yesterday at Barcelona about his Man United career and what went wrong. And he was very diplomatic, very cool, calm, collected, kind of wished Man United the best of luck, said, look, you go through phases in your life and that was one phase and now this is a new one. Look, I wish him the best of luck, really do. I think he was a good lad. He gave us some good moments and it's a shame that it didn't work out. And he'll be wearing the number 14 jersey. I mean, what Cruyff wore, Henry wore. I mean, this is big news for him. Look, seeing him playing for Barcelona, if I was a footballer, maybe I'd do the same. Maybe I'd be like, right, okay, I want to play for Real Madrid or Barcelona, the big clubs in the world, and there's so much history behind it and stuff. Or maybe not. I don't know. Look, when I think about it, I think no, I'd never leave United. If I was a Man United player, I'd stick it out. But you don't know what happens behind behind the scenes. If you're there dealing with the Glazers and Ineos, I mean, yeah, maybe you would. But look, leave that where it is. Let's discuss the hunt for the striker, because this is big news. This summer transfer window has turned into a search for a new striker. That's it. That's all we care about. This is going to be make or break. We've said it to you in our last show, on the show before that getting the striker, getting the right striker is the most important thing and pivotal for United's future. If we get this wrong, we could be languishing another 2-3 years in the bottom half of the table. We could be out of Europe for another 2-3 years at least if we get the wrong striker in. That's how important it is. So we need someone who's got a proven track record. Now, we heard yesterday in reports, some reports coming out saying that Ruben Amorim wants Ollie Watkins. It makes sense because Ollie Watkins is a proven Premier League striker. He's got decent records when it comes to goal scoring, and he can do a job for us. The only problem with Ollie Watkins, of course, is that he's 29 years old and he's got a couple of years left on his contract. Aston Villa, of course, will try to rip us off because we are United. When United turn up, all the clubs love pulling our pants down and saying, right, okay, give us another 10 million on top of it, everything, because you're Man United. If anyone else turns up, they'll give them a 10 million reduction. That's how it works for being the biggest club in the world. But do United pay that or not? I'm not quite sure, because United haven't even got the money. There's talk of United even selling Rasmus Højlund to fund the new striker deal. What do you think about that? I mean, drop your comments below, Man United fans. That's what we want to hear from all Man United fans. Have your say in this, because you're sat there watching this show probably thinking, oh, I don't agree with that. I don't want to sell Rasmus Højlund. Or, oh, yes, of course I want to sell Rasmus Højlund. I want him out of there, and I want United to go and sign Benjamin Sesko or something. Drop your comments below. Now, Benjamin Sesko isn't going to be cheap, though. We've heard that he's got a release clause of 80 million. I mean, would United pay that? If that was the case, why didn't United just go and blow the budget on someone like Gyökeres? Because at least we know he's a proven goal scorer. Benjamin Sesko is still in his nappies, isn't he? He's still 22 or something. Would he go on to become a top player? He could be. He could go on to become world class. But right now, can we risk that? Can we have a player who comes into United to learn his trade? We haven't got that option. We need experience. We need someone mature. Nicholas Jackson from Chelsea has been thrown around as well as a name that United are linked to. But again, I think Chelsea are experts at shoveling crap to other clubs. Whenever they know that they've got a player who's shit, what they do is they just offload them. And Arsenal are their best customers, aren't they? Let's be honest. Arsenal love buying off Chelsea. All the shit that they've got, Chelsea offload to Arsenal. I don't want United to start doing that. No, United are more sensible than that. So United need to stay away from Jackson, in my opinion. Of course, some fans are saying, no, Jackson's brilliant. Jackson can do a job. Not in my opinion. I'm sorry. Jackson, for me, is a no-no. There's some fans out there who genuinely love this guy. Genuinely. I mean, when we get comments, I'm like, what? Are you serious? They're like saying Jackson is really good and we need to go and sign him. We don't need to waste any time. Jackson is a proven Premier League player. He's a shit striker. How the hell can we say he's a proven Premier League striker? Yes, he's played in the Premier League, but that's it. I don't think he can do anything. But look, drop your comments below. Let us know what you think about this whole scenario. The problem United have got is they haven't got enough sales going on. They haven't sold Anthony, they haven't sold Malacia, they haven't sold Garnacho, they've just about got Rashford out of the door, and then they've got Sancho sat there as well. The deal with Juventus seems to have gone completely quiet, completely cold. No one knows what's going on. Juventus don't even know what's going on. Juventus, in fact, are looking at other players. So Sancho could be sat in United for the rest of the season. This is awful news. I mean, we were happy a week ago. Last Friday, we were buzzing with the signing of Bryan Mbeumo, but suddenly everything seems to have turned on its head and United are back to square one again when it comes to signing a striker and selling these players. United have failed once again in the transfer market. I know it's dramatic, but we all have to accept when it comes to sales, we're completely awful. United have been awful at selling players for years. It's not just this transfer window. We have been absolutely awful at selling players. We need to sort this shit out, or else we're going to end up starting the season with no striker, with a weak midfield and a crap goalkeeper. That is the big shocker. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe. You were watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.